Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas. Hello, I'm Billy Cauthen, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Bowden with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Well, that was an abrupt stop there, Billy. Good, nice.
Yeah, we're here.
Sound like somebody hit the brakes and that was it, buddy. Welcome in, everybody. Boy, the color is off this one. That's my bad, dude. That's my bad, Billy. I'll fix that at the break. Look,
See, we still got that sewer gas behind us.
Oh yeah, it's Ninja Turtles, buddy.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles. I got that. You know what? I forgot to do numerous things, but I forgot to point it just on us. You know, we got that extra Ghost Man over there playing baseball with us today. Hey, Ghost Man. That's Tommy Prahota over there is his name. Tommy Prahota is a famous baseball player.
Oh.
Just made him up. Tommy Prahota. I knew a lady named Michelle Prahota here in town. Did you ever know her?
There was a Constable Prahota here for a long time.
Didn't know him.
Yeah.
Didn't know him.
I didn't have a lot of run-ins with him because I try to stay out of trouble or run from trouble. So
We're going to do a special segment this morning as we welcome everybody in. Billy had an idea this morning. I'm going to do my best impersonation of local news celebrity. So you want to stay tuned in for that.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a good time.
It's going to be a great time here on Good Morning Huntsville. And we want to welcome all of you in. Thanks for hopping up with us today. Thanks for waking up with us. Billy, good to see you.
Glad to be seen.
Great. I'm changing my lingo. Instead of good to see you, I'm going to start saying it's great to see you. Because it is. It's great. It's great to see you, partner.
GR8.
Great to see him. Great to see him.
Great to see him.
Anyways, welcome in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. You know, Fridays are supposed to be energetic.
Yeah, I don't feel woke up yet. You know what I'm saying? I've already, but I just don't.
You picking up what I'm putting down? Like Fridays are just you're supposed to be like, hey. But you and I always talk about this. For us, it's just another wonderful day.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of a Wednesday.
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 Your schedule is just kind of whatever, right?
Yeah. 8 days a week, 36 hours a day.
Those are great days, brother.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I wanted to say something.
And I signed up for it too.
Yeah, that's all right. And you've been on the starting team for well over a decade, right?
Yeah. I should have a starter jacket by this point.
I'll get you one. Letterman jacket, SHMFH. You don't know yet. It goes down the arm. SHMFH.
Couldn't do it in high school. Might as well do it in my adult life.
And it has the cursive name on the back, Cauthen.
It better, by God, was like a little saying underneath it, like I ain't the tank or something.
No, I want to get one. Literally, it's like a Letterman jacket. Down the arm, it says SHMFH on it. And then on the back, Cauthen. And then under it, or on the other arm, if you're ill, call Bill.
That's right.
and you get to wear that thing every time you meet with the family.
Why not? Come in with the collar popped up.
Somebody comes in to meet with you, and you're like, hold on a minute. And you go in the closet like Mr. Rogers, and you pull that thing out and you put it on.
My hair slicked back and some aviators on, wearing some British Knights. Remember those?
Could you please do that, please? And let us, secretly videotape this thing?
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be my last day there.
But, man, it would be great. You ever thought about, now I know you wouldn't do this, obviously. You love what you do, but you ever thought about, wherever you work, how would you go out with a bang? I used to joke around where I used to work, and I thought it'd be fun to go out there with a pair of 10 snips and just pop a wire.
Yeah, it might help them change that light bulb.
Oh, goodness gracious. Welcome in, everybody, as we get rolling on another edition of Good Morning Huntsville. Billy and I look a little purple this morning.
I tripped over one of those guide wires.
Did you really?
Yeah, we were running through that field when I was a kid. And
no fence around it?
No, and it was late at night, and I'm glad I tripped over it and didn't clothesline myself on it.
You may not need to worry about popping one. There's a big hole up there. It's been up there forever.
Well.
Well, hey, we're rolling this morning. We want to welcome
Maybe they should
in.
put some lights around there so people could see it.
Yeah, I think it'd be good to put one on top of it, too.
Yeah, maybe they blink to let the airplanes know.
At the lodge, we need that because that's kind of that's the landing beacon. When you cut the parking beacon, you know where to park when you see that glow there in the parking lot.
Yeah.
You don't see it anymore. Well, hey, here we go. 582. What you going to do on episode?
Oh, is this for that?
Yeah. Episode 582, Billy.
I didn't know we was watching television.
Episode 582 this morning on another edition. Can you believe it?
Oh, yeah, I can believe it's a random number. It's not a
good number.
Yeah.
It is. It's you remember this commercial? I can't believe it's not butter.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fabio on the new one, he goes, I can't believe it's not butter. Spray. When they have
we have some of that.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What is the fascination with butter? I'm not a butter eater. Are you?
I was. Oh, it's good, man.
What does it do?
It makes everything. Butter makes it better. There you go. There's your tagline.
We're
butter
done.
Makes it better.
Show's over with.
We're not strong enough to make it on our own. We need
No, I'm just not. I'm never a fan of butter.
on your bread, your toast, nothing.
No, nothing. I don't know. There's no flavor to it, is there?
Yeah.
What kind of flavor is it?
Butter.
What would you relate it to? Butter.
Butter.
See, the only way I used to eat it is I'd have to put sugar all in it. I'd put sugar in the middle of the butter, then I would eat it. But I just I don't know, man.
Diabetes much?
I've never been a butter fan. Peanut butter, that's different.
Butterface.
Hey, we do want to welcome all of you in. We're going to do an impersonation here in a moment. I want to get a rating on this pretty soon. It's a good friend, actually. It's a really good man. I'm not going to poke fun at the man, but he's a good friend.
I do, but I don't.
He's a good man, and I think the world of him. I really do. So we're going to do that here in a minute. Billy, well, I say we're. I don't want to get Billy in trouble. I'll do it, and then Billy can, give me a.
I just poke fun at where he gets his material.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
look at her.
Uh-oh. Does that mean you got to go?
No, maybe.
Maybe.
No, maybe.
Hey, so a couple things going on real quick. Big thank you to Elliot Herzlich from Elliot's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com for all your jewelry needs. Thank you to our good friend, our great friend, Elliot Herzlich. And, of course, we are here on this Faithful Friday with Billy Cauthen of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They've been serving this area for many, many years now, over 20 years, since 2002. It's an easy year for me to remember because that's the year I graduated high school, 2002.
We were just waiting on you to get done before we opened.
I appreciate that. I knew y'all were waiting. Y'all knew 20-something, 23, what is that, 23 years ago?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
That's crazy. You ever ask Greg, does it feel like 23 years?
No.
Was he in the funeral business before? Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
he was.
He grew up, or he worked for a funeral home in high school.
So that's what got him into it. Well, he does a great. Y'all do such a wonderful job. I wanted to say something. Obviously, I'm not going to mention any families or anything, but I had an opportunity yesterday to go sit with the family, and I got to witness firsthand how you guys operate. And I'm going to tell you, man, it just, in the midst of a tragedy, it felt comfortable to be there and talk to people. And you could tell that the family, obviously people were hurting, but you could tell that the family was comfortable there. And it felt, we always talk about how it should be like family. I walked in, Billy, and within 5 minutes I felt like I knew these people and I felt like they were part of a family. And whenever I left, and I'd never met them before, and whenever I'd left, I felt comfortable enough to tell them I love them and gave each and every one of them a hug. And it's just it's unbelievable.
You ever been out on a boat and like a storm comes in? And it's scary, because the water's churning, there's lightning, and there's all that stuff. And you just want somewhere safe, and then you get back to like the dock, and you're able to get off the boat out of the storm, and then you're safe then. And that's kind of what I like to think of our place is. You're going through a bad time, it's a rough storm in your life, but that little building that means so much to me and my family and the people that work there, it's a safe place, a safe harbor to let your defenses down and get the help that you need. So
I felt
well, you're looking at blueprints.
This is why you get quotes.
Is that where the pool's going?
This is why you get multiple quotes. Okay? We're doing I won't say any names. We're doing a project here. We're doing a really nice project here at the church for our studio, right? Mm-hmm. And I appreciate people getting back to me. This has been a great guy. But this quote that I just got is, goodness gracious, $8,000 more than another quote that I got. And it's not even a big, huge project.
How many quotes have you got?
2 so far. I'll get 3.
You got to get more than 3 these days.
I can't believe that. There ain't no way. That's over half the budget.
You know that old saying, low bidder wins?
Look at that. Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I've learned the hard way that low bidder wins is normally a loss for those who are writing the check. So
I just cannot believe what I just got here. If that would have been the first quote, I would have said, forget it. We're not even going to do it anyways.
We'll just operate out of our truck.
Good night. The other quote I got on that, $9,000. This one was $17,000. This is why it's so important to get multiple quotes. What do you typically do? I mean, if you had a big project, do you do 3 or you try to get more than that, or what do you do?
I try to get as many as I can, but sometimes you call 25 people, you'd be lucky to have 2 show up. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
But hey, I went with that low bidder wins on our bathroom remodels. And that has bit me in the butt time and time again.
I'm not a big fan of always going with the lowest bidder. Mm-hmm. But the lowest bid that I had out of the 2 has a high reputation in this area. Really solid.
Oh, hey, my guys did too. They came highly recommended.
What kind of reviews they have on Google?
Got Google. I didn't Google them.
I Google them.
I didn't Google them. I word of mouth them.
If they got a 5.0, I don't use them. Because that just tells you they're. But if they got like a 4.6, 4.7,
that Google is tough, man. Because at the funeral home, we've been sitting at like a 4.3 or 4.5 or something forever. And I don't care who writes an autobiography of how great we were. It just doesn't, because there's 1 or 2 bad comments on there that were there from a long time ago, mm-hmm. and they won't go away.
Nope.
I mean, the good stuff disappears, but those 2 floaters are always like the second thing you see. And they're complaining. They're normally complaining about people that are no longer there.
Oh, yeah. That's the way it always is, isn't it?
And we have reached out to the person who wrote it, and he removed it, and the very next day he put it back.
He just put it right on back there.
Yeah.
This one was good. We've turned this into a joke. someone had visited here at first. And I'm not a big fan of, like, church reviews. That's kind of a funny one to review, right? Mm-hmm. He must have been at the wrong church. Because he reviewed us and said, slow, I fell asleep during the service. All right. I told this to our sweet lady up front.
He gave you 3 stars?
3 stars. We got 3. If you've never been here, you ain't going to fall asleep. There's a lot of movement here. So I had showed this to our front reception lady.
I just thought of something funny. Go ahead.
Well, I showed this to our front reception lady. And anyways, she laughed and she goes, well, you ought to reply in there and tell them to go to sleep earlier. So I wanted to joke, but I didn't want to do it. But
don't come straight from the bar to the church.
I wanted to. No, please. Please. That'd be we come on, man. We need you. You need it. You need it. But I'm gonna tell you, I wanted to do that, but I was like, no, I got to remain professional. But I chuckled when she said, she goes, well, you ought to reply in there and just tell them, well, we're so glad to have you. Next time, go to sleep a little bit earlier.
Is that why y'all got the quilts and stuff?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so, man.
Hey, I've learned that when you go to a Baptist church and there's a quilt hanging on the pew, that's the same thing as a reserve marker.
Oh yeah, there's 4 or 5 of them in here.
Yep, that's Mama's spot.
So,
don't you go near it.
And I don't even remember this. We try so hard to make sure that we see everybody that comes in, and we try to talk to everybody and love on everybody that comes. I never remember. I didn't see this person. So, anyways, I thought that was a good one. It's kind of funny. But then you get backed up by quite a bit more. So,
but you notice it's always that crappy one that's right up at the top.
Oh yeah, it is.
Talking about like what I hate as a funeral director. Normally right before the service we like walk the family in and we ask everyone please rise. And this is the most embarrassing thing to me. Makes me feel lower than a snake's belly. When I have everyone rise and we walk in and, you tell the family, we meet with the family beforehand and we give them instructions. Hey, this is what's going to happen. This is what you can expect. I'll be right here. Don't worry. If, whatever, you got me the whole time, all that stuff. But we'll step in and say, will you please rise? And everyone stands up and then we take the family down and seat the family and the preacher goes up and he gets at the pulpit. And once all the family's seated, you normally tell everyone else you may be seated. And they sit down. Most embarrassing thing that could happen is as soon as you sit everyone down, there'll be like the music leader will be like, will you please rise? I'm like, I just had these people standing, then I set them, and now you rising them. You're going to blow out a knee, So, yeah, that's funeral director stuff. But that's very embarrassing when you feel like you're in charge and then they... Yeah.
Override you?
Yeah, because I just had all these 200 people sit down. Now you want them to stand right back up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, most of them, their butts haven't even hit the fabric of the seat, and you got them going back up. So, like doing crunches at church.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people have a lot of knee surgeries over at that one.
Yeah, I guess so.
I used to broadcast alumni football games, Billy. You'd love this. These were guys that were in their 40s and 50s out there playing football, reliving the glory. It's called Gridiron Glory, and the whole motto of the organization was relive the glory at Gridiron Glory. And they would do full contact football.
How old people were this?
Some of them were. There was a guy that was in his 50s who was out there playing. No. And so George Cox used to run this. Good friend of mine. Great guy, by the way. Great guy. And George would go into a community like a Huntsville, and he'd meet with the athletic director at the high school or the football coach and say, hey, we want to host an alumni game here. Do you have any former players that want to play? And surprisingly, the coaches would say, yeah, we got a bunch of guys that love to play. And so they'd put flyers around town and start up some momentum, and he'd work on this for a year, to get these things organized. And then they'd say, who's your biggest rival? So then he'd go to the rival town. And then he'd get them going. And then they'd come together and play this alumni football game. And there was, there was guys 40s and 50s, but there was young guys that just graduated. There may have been some kids there that were 20, 21, 22. But it was really neat. Full contact. And George did it the right way. He brought the ambulance. You got to have that. Mm-hmm. Had officials. Full contact pads, though. And I remember being able to broadcast a lot of those games for him, and one of them we were all the way in El Paso broadcasting an alumni football game, and it's just neat to go back and think about man, people are reliving the glory. I don't even know why I brought this story up.
Was there like a special sign if somebody had a hip injury or something?
There's a guy named JoJo Velika that used to play. He was from over here in Hardin, Jefferson. You know, a little bit, a couple hours just outside of Beaumont, a couple hours from here, I guess. And JoJo and I became friends. And he's like, yeah, man, my doctor told me to quit playing. I said, then why are you playing? And it's, and he has metal rods in his back, and he's the quarterback for this alumni team. And he was all about it, Billy. All about it. And the Hardin Jefferson had more alumni games than any school any alumni team we broadcast for.
Was he like Uncle Rico on Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah, I'll have to tell you more of his story after the show. But yes, 100% he was. This guy had the swag to him, and he happens to be, I believe, the top Primerica sales agent in the state. I mean, he's done millions of dollars in life insurance policies. He's a great guy. He's a really good guy, just world-class type guy. It's one of those people that, you always say, well, if I had money, I'd pay them to do something for me. That's JoJo. And just a good guy. But you were talking about something. I mentioned this, and I totally forgot why I started talking about it. I don't remember.
That happens with age.
What were you talking about?
Yeah, I can't remember what I was talking about. I was just talking.
Something about, the pastor. And, yes, okay, now I remembered. You're talking about people, interrupted, whatever. So one of these alumni football games, they hire me to come in and George hires me to come in and my little crew to do these games, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I got so fed up at one of these games because there was a coach for one of these alumni teams, and he was trying to relive the glory of being the coach, I guess. But instead of being the coach, what did he think his purpose was? To be the PA announcer, okay? They set me in the same box as this guy. I'm hired to call the game. We'd video the games, live stream the games. Mm-hmm. I was hired to do that. This guy had that speaker turned up so loud and yacked on and on that there was no way that I could call that game. And when I got through the first quarter of calling that, Billy, I took my headset off, I turned up the crowd mic, and I said, I'm done. And I just let him call the game through that loudspeaker in the room next to me. If you're a public address announcer, it is not your job to do play-by-play. So while the play is happening, this guy is blaring out over the loudspeaker, oh, there he goes, he drops back, oh, look at that hit, and he thinks he's funny. And everyone, and this was full, this alumni game was full, the whole town showed up for this thing. And those people, one side of them that was obviously friends of this coach thought it was hilarious. The other town wanted this guy, they had it for him. They wanted him out of there. And I told George, I said, man, if you ever get a PA guy that does that again, I said, brother, I can, and I said it respectfully, and he knew. I said, I can never come do another one of these for you again. Because, man, I drove 5 hours to do this game. 5 hours I drove. Mm. Brought people that I had to pay. And if I would have known that I couldn't call the game, then what's the fun in that?
Yeah, exactly.
So, anyways, it was, yeah. And just when you reminded me about, people that shouldn't have authority, that do have authority, that get in the way, that's why I thought of that. So, well, anyways. Well, hey, let's take a brief break, Billy. Before we do, though, what have you been up to, man? Everything going good this week? Mm-hmm. Busy?
Pretty busy, yeah.
I know y'all got a service Saturday over there, so I know taking care of a great
Saturday,
family.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all been busy, man. Well, we are here.
When you do good things and treat people right, it just seems to
come back to you.
Come on back.
I guess that's why you're still here after almost 3 years on this show, Billy.
And nobody else wants to do it.
Yeah, I know. What about Jay Money? She won't come on here, huh?
Nope. She is not a public. No.
Y'all don't have like a Ruthie, like Walker County Federal Credit Union. They got Miss Ruthie that I call her the 9 lives lady because she's retired 3 or 4 times. I said, Ruthie, I guess you got 9 retirements. She's literally retired. She keeps coming back. Y'all have anybody like that?
I have a lot of my part-time people are retired. A lot of retired school people, and they just they retire from that and still want to work and do stuff. And God, they're great help.
I know my neighbor. He still helps y'all, doesn't he, from time to time? David Cox.
Yeah, I think he's working tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
Just down to earth. When we were looking at our little house out there in Elkins, we were in the backyard, and he was back in his yard doing something, and it's kind of like Mr. Wilson over the fence. We started talking, And I started asking him a bunch of questions, and he was so kind. And I told Bridget, I said, this is the house for us. I mean, my goodness, look how nice this neighbor is. He was one of the reasons that we bought that. To be honest for me, now Bridget may not say this, but for me, he was one of the reasons that I wanted to buy that house. Because you got to have, if you have good neighbors, you just have a good time.
It irked me that they never showed Mr. Wilson's face.
They did one time. They finally did at the end.
Oh, okay.
At the very end. And that show is back, by the way, a remake of Home Improvement.
Yeah.
Did you like that show?
I did.
I loved it, man.
It was one of those shows where you turn your brain off, just watch the colors.
I think that Home Improvement show was one of the last wholesome family shows on television. I can't think of any other. Now, if it's like a Christian station, that's a different story. But I'm talking about on regular network-type TV. I cannot think of a show after Home Improvement that was something that I wouldn't be embarrassed to show my kids. I can't. There was never anything on that show that was embarrassing. Now, the most embarrassing show was one. My mom loved it, and she got me watching it. Was that one with old Bundy? What was that show? Married with Children?
Married with Children, yeah.
My mom and I used to watch that
God,
show.
that poor guy couldn't win.
11 o'clock at night, we'd be up watching. And for whatever, my mom never missed an episode of that show.
You were watching for Kelly, we all know.
Oh, yeah, back in the day. All right. Well, hey, Miss Karen Gillikin is here. Some great things starting back up we're going to chat about. We had Karen on, seems like yesterday, but it's been a while. The Joy Bible Study getting going again here coming up in September. We wanted to have her today and give us some updates, so we'll have Miss Karen here in just a few moments. Do want to encourage you this morning. Send us a comment. Let us know that you're out there and what you're thankful for. We do have a lot to be thankful for in this community. Huntsville, by the way, they get underway tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're playing, to be honest. Brenham. They going to bring back some ice cream? What's the mascot of Brenham over there? The Cubs?
Yeah, I think it's a Cub.
Should be the Bluebells. Brenham Bluebells.
Yeah.
That's what it should be. I mean, if you can have
I do love Bluebell. I wish I could eat it right now.
If you can have the New Braunfels Unicorns, which is their mascot, New Braunfels, Texas, my goodness, you can have
I'm working with a family in New Braunfels right now.
Ask them about the unicorns. Just thinking.
Yeah, just so not.
Talk to James about that and ask him. James, would you have played football if that was your mascot? I mean, where did they come up with this stuff?
What other choice they got?
I know. They don't have one.
I mean, they could change their mascot, but I mean, if you're a kid in school and you want to play ball, you're just going to be a fighting unicorn.
Yeah. So I'm thinking if they can do that, then Brenham can have the Brenham Bluebells, And the mascot could be a big old gallon tub of ice cream.
Well, how long have they had this? Is that been from the beginning?
I think so. Who thought of that?
I don't know. I was watching a deal on Facebook today where it was like a debate between some lawmakers and people wanting grants or something. And I'm surprised we don't have more teams named the Unicorns. Let's just say that.
Yeah, no joke. All right, well, let's take a break. Do us a favor. Let us know you're out there and what you're thankful for this morning. We'll continue on here in just a few moments.
Hey, you reckon people are commenting in? Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, they're there. Yeah, they're there. We'll get to all these comments, too. A lot of folks chiming in. And if you've never chimed in before, send a comment. Today's the day. Billy, you've told me stories that you'll be out around town. Somebody, you're that guy from the show or whatever.
I had somebody the other day ask me if they had made any more, like the little funny reels or whatever with the stories I tell.
We need to do that.
And I didn't know this person's from Adam.
And they knew about your little, your what was it, the fishing reel one?
Yes. And then I ran into a lady at Aldi's the other day, and I was trying to let her cut me in line. She goes, "You're that guy from the morning show that tells the stories." Man, they're not stories. I have lived through all this traumatic stuff.
This is the real deal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break.
God, I wish it was fake.
Yeah. We'll take a break. Do us a favor. Let us know you're out there. As always, huge thank you to our friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. It's our family serving yours since 2002. Go online, find out all the information you need, and think about pre-planning today. You can find out more information online at SHMFH.com. We'll take a break. Miss Karen Gillikin joins us when we come back. Stay with us. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville on a Faithful Friday.
Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope. This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted, family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We're not a daycare. We're a child care center focused on growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope. Hey friends, this is Rob Hipp, and I'm here to talk about a true expert in the real estate world. Let me introduce you to my good friend, Terry Coleman of the Coleman Realty Group.
With 33 years in the business, I've dedicated my life to making your real estate dreams come true. Specializing in residential properties, I serve Walker and Montgomery counties, from Spring to Trinity and areas all around.
They call her your next door agent, and here's why.
I'm not just here to help you find a home or lease a property. I'm here to build lifelong relationships. Whether it's residential or commercial, farm or ranch listings, there's something for everyone.
Now you might wonder, what sets Terry apart from other real estate agents? Well, it's simple. She goes above and beyond for her clients, like the time she surprised a family from California with a fully decorated Christmas tree and gifts when they returned from closing. You shouldn't have to compromise on the joys of home during life-changing moments. So, if you're ready to make your real estate dreams come true, here's what you need to do.
Visit my website at myrealtorterry.com and let's make those dreams a reality.
That's Terry Coleman, your expert in all things real estate.
I'm Terry Coleman, your next door agent, and I can't wait to help you open the door to your new life.
All right, friends, welcome back as we continue on. Another wonderful day here on a Faithful Friday. As always, it's brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home and our good friend Billy Cauthen. We appreciate Billy so much. He does so much for this community, and Greg Smith over there as well. They are just friends to so many. As you're waking up today, how about 79 degrees, 90% humidity, rain back in the forecast all weekend long. It'll come in later today, 40% chance of showers. Good news with the rain, though, is temperatures are going to cool off. We'll get up to 92 today before those rainstorms come in a little bit later. 40% chance. Overnight, 75. That 40% remains. And then on your Saturday, we may not break 90, as it'll be a 60% chance of showers. And then on Sunday, a little bit of a cool down, as it'll be 85. And next week looking pretty good, to be honest, as we'll be in the upper 80s and sunny. We have still not had, and hope we don't have, very, very high temperatures. It has been a cool summer by Huntsville, Texas standards. So that's a little quick look at your weather. Well, we're thankful, as always, to have friends on this show. Couldn't have them without the generous support of folks like Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. And it's my joy and privilege to welcome back a great friend of this program, someone who has been here before, and we always enjoy catching up with her and seeing how things are going. It is our good friend, our great friend, joining us this morning, Miss Karen Gillikin. Karen, good to see you again. It's been a while.
Good morning, yes. It seems like not too long.
I was joking with you earlier. I said it feels like we were just on here yesterday, but that wasn't the case. When was the last Bible study class y'all had?
Well, it started in January, and we were finishing up the overview of the Bible and then did 1 Thessalonians. So we ended up in April, and we're getting ready to ramp it up again.
Well, Karen is here this morning to talk about the Joy of Living Bible study group. Did I say that right? The Joy of Living?
Yes, Joy of Living.
This is open to all women, all ages. And
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about it. I know you were on here back in January, but there's a lot of new folks that are joining the show. So give us some updates. Tell us about it.
Well, Joy of Living was started 35 years ago in Huntsville, and it's been going strong since. We have some ladies who have probably been here from the very beginning, and we have lots of new people. Most of our people come from invitation. They see somebody that they know, and they invite them. And so we have several new people come in this fall that we already have heard of, and we'd love to have many more. And we would love to have younger women to come and join us to help our group, our age group, to have all the different ages, and we do have that. It's so good for the younger women to be able to interact with more experienced ones and learn of their experiences and their faith. And it's just amazing to know these women and the things that they've been through and the strong faith that they have. And we just enjoy Bible study together. It's interdenominational, so we don't go with one denomination or the other, and we don't talk about that. We just read the Word of God, we study, and we share what we get from it. And the study, we have a book where we do questions that we get the information, the facts from that, and then we try to determine the truths that God has for us in that. And then the major thing that we want to think about is the application in our lives, not just knowing it to know the names and the people and what they did.
That's the most important thing, the application.
Yes, application in our lives. So all of the questions in each week have those three elements to it. And then there's always included in each week the do you know Jesus? The question, have you accepted Jesus? And do you know him as your Savior? So that's always woven in there in a way, too, to make you think about it, just to recall your own salvation experience. Sometimes it asks you to write it down. Sometimes it asks you to tell how you would tell somebody else. So it's a wonderful study.
This Joy of Living gets underway coming up here in September. You'll have it over at University Heights Baptist Church. I like what you said. It's interdenominational, so folks from all different churches. I know you guys go to church there in Normandy, so they're in that area. So everyone is welcome.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about the details, the date, and some of those things.
Okay, it starts on September 3rd. That's next Wednesday. I can't believe it's September
it's coming
already.
Up quick, right?
And it's 9:30. The women gather at 9:30, and we have small groups from 9:30 to about 10:20, and then at 10:30 to 11:15 we have a large group and have a lecture session and bring together all the truths and the just some background information and some of the things from the commentaries and all to kind of further explain it. So it's just less than 2 hours there, and the small groups are 8 to 10 ladies each with a leader, and they just get a really good camaraderie in the group. And then it's amazing how you get to know people from the things they share with from their lives. And then every year we change groups. We actually have the people sign up on the sheets, and after we have an introduction to what we're going to study, then the leaders and the group leaders go and we put the sheets all on the table. We pray over them that God will lead us to make the selections as he would have it, and then the ladies just blindly choose from each choose the sheets, and then we turn them over and look at them and decide, and and see who's in the groups. And so you may be in a group with somebody for a couple of times, and then you may be in a whole different group the next year. So you stay in the group for the entire study. So these ladies will be together this whole year coming up.
That's great. Well, Karen Gillikin again joining us from the Joy of Living Bible Study. This is a Bible study. It's national. It's probably global, to be honest. It's been going on for many, many years, and it's great to have a chapter of this right here in Huntsville to connect ladies. And And it's so important to get together. As you said earlier, a big push for a lot of younger women, younger girls, come to this, be a part of this. I know childcare is not provided, but if you can find a way, if you're a stay-at-home mother and you have children, ask mom to come over and watch the children for a couple hours. And you need to come to this, because I love what you said. You know, it's important for younger women to be around women who have experience with a lot of things. And I think that's so important to get them there. Because, you know, a lot of people you've lived through things. Right. And these younger ladies need to know, hey, there's somebody that I can talk to that can help me through this. I don't ever want anybody to feel alone, because none of us, one, obviously with the relationship with Jesus Christ, we're not alone. But two, you know, sometimes we get, Karen, and I know you'll agree to this, so I'm saying it, it's that sometimes we feel like we're going through something that nobody understands. But I guarantee out of 8 billion people on the earth,
yes,
and even in 30,000 people here in Huntsville, there's somebody here in our community who has walked maybe not the identical path, but a similar path of what you've been through. That's why it's important that folks come to this and connect.
Exactly. And just to share the faith that you have through those times. It's really amazing to know the things women have been through, and you just would think, how can they even show this joy still in their lives when they've had so much? But God is faithful, and we just enjoy learning from his word and sharing our experiences and all together. So this year we'll be studying 1 Samuel.
Oh, great.
And we've looked back over the 35 years and don't have any record of ever studying 1 Samuel in the past. I've been involved with it for 13 years since I retired. But I can't believe that we haven't done that, because it's a very pivotal book in the Bible, where it was the transition period between the different times in the history of Israel. It was from the priest Eli to the judge Samuel, and then to the kings. And before that, they didn't have the kings, and then the period of the judges, and then now they're in with the kings. So I'm really glad that we're studying this. And of course, it's a hero story of the characters Samuel and then Saul and David. We know those names very well.
Yes, the heroes of faith, sure.
Yeah, and then those are strong characters, and then there are even those of Hannah and Eli and Jonathan. And we know those stories, but we just haven't studied that entire book. So I'm really looking forward to it and getting more into the details of it and stuff. We know the story of Hannah, and everybody loves the fact that she finally had the baby Samuel. And then we can't imagine that she could give that baby up, but she had promised him to God. And then we know about Samuel's call in the night, and how God called to him, and then Saul was chosen, and then later the story of David and Goliath and all that. So it's going to be a wonderful study, and it'll remind us again of those stories we've known from our childhood.
Yeah.
So, but with a much deeper
kind of understanding
to
of
take,
it.
understanding and to get those truths out of it.
How long is the study? You may have referenced this, but somebody just asked a question. They commented and asked, how long is the study?
This study will be 17 weeks. So we start September 3rd, and we'll finish up the Thursday before Thanksgiving, and that'll be 12 meetings. And then we take a break from Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving, until January. And we'll start back up, and we have about 2 more months, January and February, of finishing up 1 Samuel. And then we're going to go into a 6-week study to complete our spring semester, and that'll be Jonah. Awesome. So we haven't studied Jonah either. So that's one of those stories we all know and all, but there's so many details that we'll be looking forward to learning. So,
well, this is great. Well, again, Karen Gillikin is here with us. We appreciate you so much. Karen, if somebody wants to come, maybe there's somebody this morning saying, I've heard about this, or now I've heard about it for the first time on this show. They want to get involved. What do they have to do to get involved? And is there any cost involved?
The books are $29 because it's covering 17 lessons, pretty much 2 semesters, $29. But we have scholarships, and we are happy to provide the book for anybody who has any problem with that at all. And I'm would be glad to have anybody call me. My phone number is 936-661-1733. And I'd be glad for anybody to call me to get signed up. I'm sure you could call University Heights Baptist Church, and they would be able to point you to a person to sign up, or they have some of the forms there. It's they just very generously give us a place to meet, so it's not affiliated per se with the church. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily one of their programs, but they know about us. Yeah. And so I'm sure that if you call University Heights, you could get signed up there. Give me a call. I'd be glad to get you the information.
Wonderful.
So.
Well, again, and two, if you want to learn more about the study overall and just kind of the history, go to joyofliving.org, I believe is the website.
Yes. And it'll give you, you can look at the book 1 Samuel, and it'll give you what the lessons are going to be and all of that information. And some people have ordered their books online. We have them available, and you don't have to have anything done by the 3rd of September. We'll be selling the books at that time, and that's when the people will get their books to begin with. So it's not like if you don't know about it before that you can't, you are going to be behind. Mm-hmm. So the books will be available there. People look online and find them. I have never done that, so I don't know if there's any difference in the cost or anything. I think through the website, Joy of Living, that you can order some maybe that are returned books or something like that.
Oh, gotcha.
That have been damaged a little bit or something. I mean, they're very careful, and if we send some back, if they have a wrinkle on them, they don't give us full credit for it.
Wow.
And things in the mail.
Coffee stains, they'll nick that off of there then.
Yeah. Not even that. Just when we pack them up, if they get wrinkled up in the shipping, So they might be available there. I'm not sure, but
Great.
Anyway, however, we would love for people to come, and you could also email me at kkgillikin at yahoo.com, and that's GILLIKIN, all eyes. So KK-Gillikin.
Awesome, at gmail.com. So,
Karen, at yahoo.com.
At yahoo.com.
Yahoo.
Yeah, don't do like I said, at yahoo.com. Well, Karen, thank you for being here. It's always and I don't say this because it's the joy of living, but it's always a joy to have you here.
Thank you.
And I just appreciate what you do, and I know that there's especially some young women out there that said, I need to surround myself with a group of great ladies. This is the group to do it with. So get involved. I always tell folks, connect with your local church. That's very important. But if you have an opportunity to connect with some groups like this, and I love this, being interdenominational, because you get to meet more people in the community, mm-hmm. more believers of faith, and bring people together in unity, because that's what we're ultimately called to do. We are one body of Christ for those that believe in the Lord, and it's so great to have everybody come together and celebrate that. So
I spoke with a lady from Oakhurst, and she's been coming for a couple of years, and a lady from up near Crockett, and she comes to Huntsville occasionally, so she's going to come this year.
Wonderful.
And we have some people from Trinity, so people from around come, and it's good that they make that commitment and come every Wednesday. So
great. And if Karen asks you, don't tell her no, because she's a very sweet lady, so you cannot tell Karen no. All right. So well, Karen, thank you so much for being here, and anything that we can do obviously to help promote, that's why we're so glad that you wanted to come on today and tell us about this, and anything throughout the study, feel free to reach out to us at any time. You're a friend of this program, and always welcome to be here.
Well, thank you very much. And I appreciate the opportunity to have this platform to reach so many people. We did have somebody who had heard about us on the show last year who came and said that they had heard about it and wanted to come. So
great.
We'll take more.
All right. Well, come on. Y'all be a part of it, and continue to be united in faith. Karen, thank you again so much for being here this morning.
Thanks.
Well, we'll step aside. We'll take a brief break. Hey, we couldn't have great friends like Karen if it wasn't for, again, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They're our foundation sponsor here on a Friday, We call it a Faithful Friday, and what a better way to celebrate faith today than having our friend Karen here from the Joy of Living Bible Study. We'll step aside. We'll take a break. We'll have more when we come back. Billy and I were teased it earlier. There's going to be somebody that you may be familiar with that's going to not be on the show, but we'll talk about them when we come back. Stay with us. More to come. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We're not a daycare. We're a child care center focused on growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust.
Imagine a voice of hope reaching every corner of Huntsville, from homes and hospitals to prison walls. That's the heart of Spirit Radio. We're a truly local 501c3 nonprofit, and we're raising $25,000 to build our tower and get on the air. With your help, we'll broadcast encouragement, truth, and the love of Christ across our community and across the world through the Spirit Radio FM app. Visit spiritradio.fm and give today. Let's bring light to Huntsville and beyond together.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
This harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Hey friends, this is Rob Hipp, and I'm here to talk about a true expert in the real estate world. Let me introduce you to my good friend, Terry Coleman of the Coleman Realty Group.
With 33 years in the business, I've dedicated my life to making your real estate dreams come true. Specializing in residential properties, I serve Walker and Montgomery counties, from Spring to Trinity and areas all around.
They call her your next door agent, and here's why.
I'm not just here to help you find a home or lease a property. I'm here to build lifelong relationships. Whether it's residential or commercial, farm or ranch listings, there's something for everyone.
Now you might wonder, what sets Terry apart from other real estate agents? Well, it's simple. She goes above and beyond for her clients, like the time she surprised a family from California with a fully decorated Christmas tree and gifts when they returned from closing. You shouldn't have to compromise on the joys of home during life-changing moments. So, if you're ready to make your real estate dreams come true, here's what you need to do.
Visit my website at myrealtorterry.com and let's make those dreams a reality.
That's Terry Coleman, your expert in all things real estate.
I'm Terry Coleman, your next door agent, and I can't wait to help you open the door to your new life.
This is KHSP-LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Billy Cauthen of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, and you're listening to Spirit Radio, the spirit of Huntsville.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
Huntsville, Spirit 94.3.
All right, welcome
I'm
back.
just glad that Kyle picked up on my British Knights comment.
Oh, Kyle. I didn't pick. See, that's why we need. That's why we love Kyle, the brisketeer of Huntsville. All right.
Shoes was endorsed by MC Hammer.
The parachute pants. Wasn't that MC Hammer too? The parachute pants. I like it. I like those boots, by the way, man.
Thank you, sir.
They got rubber sole on the bottom. What is that? I had leather sole or whatever. And them things get tore up so easy.
That and, you know, when I'm trying to unload certain stuff out of my vehicle, you got to really lift, and a pair of leather sole boots is a good way to plant into what you're trying to unload. So, yeah, I go back to the rubbers.
All right, let me try my best here.
Do it. Get it.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the time now is 8:36. Here's your news from Montgomery County. That was pretty good, right?
That's pretty close.
I love that man. I love that man. I love him to pieces.
He used to live across the street from us for a short amount of time. I never personally got to meet him, but he had a grandson that was living with him, and the grandson would come over. And
you know, he stays here during the week, and then he goes back because his wife lives in another town. So on the weekends, he drives like 2 hours back to his house. He stays here in Huntsville during the week. Not many people know that.
He can't just phone it in like the DJ does.
No.
That lady that's on there, she ain't in Huntsville. She's working out of her house somewhere.
Yeah, it's 100%. Well, that's your news from the news leader, Walker County Press.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I do want to give a shout out. If you don't know who we're talking about, figure it out. And I'm not poking fun. I love the man. I really do. And I'm
poking fun at the way where they get their news from, and not the source. I'm not poking fun at that. It's just they read you the newspaper line for line.
I'm poking.
But then they say they're the news source. Well, no, you didn't source that news. You read that news from someone else's source.
I don't even know how you would intro that.
Yeah. This is your Huntsville Item report from.
That's news from the Huntsville Item.
Yeah.
No, he does. You know, to be fair, he does go out a lot though at like the city council meeting. He's a good man. I love that man with all my heart. I really do.
Well, you know what irks me
and
is
it's not him. He's not the one that came up with the tagline either.
Oh no, and I get that.
He's told what to say.
I guess what irks me now is I got real Huntsville hometown pride.
Oh yeah.
And when they report the news now, they automatically read everything from Montgomery first, and I'm sorry, you're a Huntsville radio station. Maybe you should be reporting on Huntsville first, and then doing your filler with Montgomery County stuff. But I don't own that station, so I don't.
Well, either does anybody locally. So there you go. Anyways.
Yeah, only if there was a big red light that would blink and guide us to the source.
Anyways, if you don't know what we're talking about, come hang out after the show. We charge $100 an hour. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Hey, I did want to. I do like the item. I think Brenda does it. Brenda's been working hard, doing a good job trying to turn things around. Brenda Poe is a friend, and I think the world of her. I also think the world of Wade Thibodeau.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what a good dude. And I love his paper, the Walker County Press. He does. This man works so hard, and this is a good paper too. With the Walker County Press it's not good, it's great. And when I hold this paper, I just feel like hometown.
And it's a big paper, and you know my favorite section in there.
Yeah, the who's who in the Walker County jail system.
Yeah,
right?
who got booked into the jail?
Yeah, that's the best one.
That's how
man.
I keep up with my peoples.
Yeah,
your fans wreaking havoc on us.
Hey, you know what I'm going through? Look at this, brother. You guys own that obituary page. Look at that. Look at that. Look, no, I'm serious.
Paul's, you having trouble with your paper?
Yeah, but look at this.
Yeah.
That just goes to show the involvement that y'all have here in this community. And I don't want people to ever – I'm not sitting here talking to Billy as a sponsor because, when I left Huntsville, you and I went and had lunch over Tom Fuller's is open then. Do you remember that?
I thought we went to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, we did. We did. We were at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I mean, that's fine that I remember our last date and you don't. So, yeah.
And Billy, they weren't sponsoring nothing I was doing. In fact, I was selling ads that I didn't get paid for, which was kind of fun.
Well, I think that the whole backstory is me and Rob showed up to a leads meeting, and I guess we didn't get the memo that it was canceled or moved
so
or
we
something.
Just had a goodbye meeting.
Hey, man, we just went to lunch.
Yeah, and I took a picture with you, man, because I thought about, man, I didn't want to leave Huntsville. People know the story, but I was so broken about leaving this community because we invested so much here. I'll never forget D. Everett told Steve. Steve was really wanting to get me here, and they couldn't work it out at the time, with the owners there in Georgia. But he really wanted me here, and I give Steve Everett a lot of credit. He worked his tail off for many years, and he really did invest himself in this community. He was all in. And now he's doing great things in Ballinger, Texas. He has he's brought back to life a radio station over there, and that's in his blood. That's what he does. And I still talk to Steve probably once a month or so. And but I remember he called me one day, and he this was when I knew, Billy, that I was supposed to come to Huntsville. Within 3 days, I had 2 different people tell me to get to Huntsville, and I had a dream about it. Too. I had a dream that I was here in Huntsville, and I don't get weird about this stuff, but I think the Lord provides certain things to us at certain times for a reason and in various ways, obviously. And I had a dream about being here. Well, the next morning I get up. My mentor, Mike Capps, calls me. He goes, Rob, I had a dream last night. And I said, what was your dream, Mike? He says, you need to get to Huntsville, whatever it takes. And just a couple of weeks before that, he said, don't go there. So something happened. And he didn't say it in a negative way. He just said, I don't think that'd be a good fit for you. Well, then whatever happened changed his mind. And then I get a call from Steve Everett 2 days later. And Steve said, Rob, the weirdest thing happened. I said, what was that? He goes, I woke up in the middle of the night, and he goes, I told D, it's his wife. He goes, I told D that I just had a dream that Rob was living in Huntsville. And D told him, he'll never leave Georgetown. He loves that town. And that was the affirmation that I needed, that I knew I had to come to Huntsville. And that's why whenever things happened and we had to leave, it just, things didn't financially make sense for us anymore. And there was no opportunity because, when you go out and promote businesses and basically sell the ads and don't get credit for it, I mean, you can't make a living doing that, right?
That's tough.
And so anyways, we prayerfully left, and it broke my heart to leave Huntsville. Because I love this community, I love the people so much, and whenever you said that, you take things very seriously because this is your town. You grew up here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way I am. Even though I don't live there, that's the way I am about Georgetown. Like, I always want to protect my town in some way.
It's my hometown.
There's a lot of pride in that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think more communities need to have that pride from their residents, from people who've lived there, who've grown up there. Take pride in the community that you live in. And the reason I bring all this up is for all of you that are watching this morning that live here in Huntsville. Take pride in that. This is a great community.
Yeah, let's do Huntsville first.
I like it. Let's do it first, man. So anyway.
Yeah, don't make our town play second fiddle just because there's a larger town next door.
Yeah, 100%, man. And you know, I won't go into the full details because it's not really beneficial, obviously. But there's something special about this town, and you know, certain things in times things change, and there was kind of, hey, you need to go down here because this is where the money is, and you need to do this and that. And I remember distinctively telling somebody, I said, I didn't come to Huntsville to be in another town. I came here to take care of the people in this town. And I was basically, well, you're not going to make a living being here. It's going to be tough. I said, you know, I don't care. The Lord will provide. And small business drives this community. Small business drives America. Steph Valley, Magnolia Kendall was talking about the other day. She's right. Small business is the backbone of any community. And it's okay. If you want to go out and chase a big national brand, go for it. They have money to spend. Go for it. But do not forget about putting the small business first.
Mm-hmm.
Mom and pop should be number one on any company's list whenever they're trying to market to a community. I get so annoyed, Billy. There's these ads now that come on my Facebook feed. Maybe it's somebody telling me that I'm going to get rich and hire this guy. I don't know. I wouldn't hire him. But the first thing he says, if you make over $150,000 a year, listen to me. If not, keep scrolling. I'm like, well, I don't make $150,000 a year, so I don't know why I'm getting these ads. But it's some guy that's like telling you that he's this, I don't know, the luxury workout coach for wealthy people. And it comes in my feed. I think what it was, it popped up. You know how if you sit there and watch it, then the algorithm thinks you're interested?
Yeah.
So now I get this guy all the time, and it's annoying. But that's what I'm talking about. He's catering to this big brand of people, and maybe that's his deal. Whatever, that's fine. But you forget about the small guy. And the small guy is what built America. The small guy is what built Huntsville.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget about the small guy. We have great, I think of it like this, we have great automotive dealerships here in town. We really do. We have Bill Fick. I take my truck there. They do such a great job. I pay $65 for a full synthetic oil change on my Ford F-150. You ain't going to beat that. Full synthetic, $65, man. Wisniewski, they give back to the community. And I'm thankful, and I'm definitely not knocking them. They do great work. But then you got a guy like Tim Rushing who is all in.
Mm-hmm.
And Tim loves this community.
Yes, he does.
He gives back to this community. He loves Huntsville, and Huntsville loves him. He helped build this community. Think of how many people that Tim provided that first car.
Yeah.
And another one is Dell's Auto Sales.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Joe Dell and Connie, I know them, and their son runs that now. And these are people who are giving back to the community, that are working hard, that have helped to build Huntsville. There's a place for everything. I'd love it if we had a Kohl's here. I really would. I love Kohl's. I'd go in there and shop, but I'm not going to forget about a guy like Sam over at Lee Barron.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the businesses that have built Huntsville and that will continue
and
to build
don't you
this
feel
community.
good when you buy from those people?
Oh,
because you
100%.
actually get service.
Yes.
I mean, like, I'm not picking on the big place out there on the feeder road across from the Chevy dealer because Lord knows I have to go in there all the time. But when I go into Walker County Hardware, they meet me at the door. They ask me what I need. They take me to it. They give me good, quick, sound advice. I walk to the front. I check out, and I'm back in my car. I mean, just bam, done.
And you probably have, you know,
as where the other place,
too.
Yeah, you know, the other place you got to track somebody down and get informed that that's not their section or not their department. And
there's a computerized device. Well, hold on one second. I said I can do that on my app.
Hey, do you have any more of these? I don't know. Let me look. You're right. I can do the same thing.
There's things hanging here in the studio now. You'll notice those little brackets holding up the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Those came from Walker County Hardware. There's electrical outlets up here with little face plates on them. Those came from from Walker County Hardware.
Electrical Walker County Hardware.
Sammy Walker Houston Elementary Funeral Home.
Come on down.
Those came.
You just feel better when you buy from low. And again, I'm not knocking those other places because Lord knows on a Sunday afternoon when I break a water line and I'm scrambling, they're there. They are there. They are there, and they have a whole warehouse full of them. Don't nobody in there know where they're at, but according to the website, they have them.
I went in there, and that older gentleman and his wife are always there. I guess they're the owners, right?
Mm-hmm.
I forget do you know his name? I wish I could remember. I've met him 3 or 4 times.
I always deal with Mr. Bob or Buddy or so, that's who.
That's when you know it's a good
place. Well, see, and I used to not directly work with Buddy Widener, but we work kind of in the same.
In the wide scope of things.
Yeah, so whenever I walk in, he gives me a hard time and always tells me the old place that I came from's hiring, and it's normally just grumbles back and forth. I ain't going back to that place, and that's. And then I got my nuts and bolts and straps, and I'm out of there,
Let's just support them. Let's support
just do it.
I went in there, in and out, told me what I said, I need this. There's a young man working there that day. Took me right to the back, showed me where these clips were and all that stuff.
I love it. Hey, I need so-and-so. Right here. And they don't just tell you, it's on aisle 14.
They'll take you
to it.
They'll basically grab your hand and walk you to it.
You better have your running shoes on because them guys are taking you directly to it. And then you get that, and you're like, all right, well, I need some so-and-sos. And you're down over there, and
then you show up at the register and you have stuff waiting on you. Well, I didn't know I need that, but I do need it. No, that hasn't happened yet, but it probably could.
Yeah, but have you ever had to wait in line there?
No, not once. Not one time have I ever had to wait in line.
If you go to that register and there's somebody in front of you, they open it and they say, "Sir, over here," and stuff in a bag and out the door.
Never had to wait over there.
Yep.
There's a lot of new restaurants opening up here in town. The Raven is a new Italian restaurant. They're out of Conroe, but they're opening up another location here. That's where Wall's Barbecue temporarily moved to before they went out of business. And we're thankful to have the Raven. I think that's going to be a great little
I look
Italian
forward
restaurant.
to giving that a shot, even though, pasta's not really on the diet.
I've never been a big – Joe's Italian is great. I love that place. I love the service, the family, the people. It's a great business. I'm just not a pasta I'm not a big pasta fan. It's just real heavy. It's heavy.
I want pizza so bad right now. I could just roll it up like a burrito and eat one. and my wife and my son have tried to help by getting the cauliflower crust.
Which one did you get though? The grocery store or something?
Wherever they drug it in from, but I'm not a fan. It's there. Like, all the ingredients are there, but it's just not there. You know what I mean?
The one cauliflower crust that is there for me, because I know exactly what you're saying, is Fat Boy's Pizza. The cauliflower pizza at Fat Boy's. I don't know what Shane's doing over there, but whatever that is, maybe he's lying and saying it's cauliflower. Maybe he's lying.
Maybe he, holds a piece over the top of it and blesses it.
Yeah.
May this dough forever be cauliflower.
You wouldn't know that it is cauliflower crust. He does a great job. You know that little business up there in Riverside, his trailer up there, they've opened up multiple locations now. They've got 3 or 4 of those trailers, and people have I think he's got one in Arkansas now.
I know when people ask, where the best pizza is in town, that his name is always normally at the top of the list. So.
And I've been
I like Joe's too. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, their pizza's good.
Oh God, yeah.
Another pizza place that doesn't give a lot of credit that needs it is Kathleen over there at Double Dave's.
Yeah, well, and she is a very strong supporter
100%.
of things going on in town.
I feel guilty asking her for support.
Well,
because she helps everybody.
That's what at the funeral home we run into every day. People are coming in there, and don't get me wrong, everyone's got a worthy cause. But man, you can.
Well, not everybody, but most of them.
Well, I mean. And people don't think about it because they only need $1,000 sponsorship to help what they're doing. Only. Well, the only problem is there's 200 things a month going on, and everybody just needs 1,000 from you. And oh man, it's tough, So.
And it hurts to tell people no, but you have to.
Yeah. Well,
I had a friend call me the other day, and he's in ministry, and without getting too personal, our finances aren't the best right now. But he called me, and I wish I could support him monthly. I would love to. I love the man. I really do. I love what he stands for. I love what he does. But he's in one of those he's in one of those ministry positions where they have to raise their own salary, and I get it. It's not easy. But he called me, and I felt bad because I couldn't support him monthly. But I gave him just a tiny. I said I can't do hardly anything. I said please know that. But I said I want to help you. I gave him a little bit, and I'm hoping that it helps somehow. Because there's so many good people. And I love what my friend Joshua Harris said. He's supported me since day one of doing stuff. He always has, of the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Mm-hmm. And I said, Josh, why do you do it, man? He goes, because the Lord gave it to me to give somebody else. And that's his mentality. And he goes, I'm going to give it where I can. And sometimes I don't have enough to give everybody, but I'm going to give where I can. And he was right. He said, I don't have enough to give everybody. And that's okay to not give. But you can give in prayer. You can give in your time and your talents. That's a whole other way to give as well. And y'all do that. Whenever you don't give financially, guess what? You're giving in other ways.
Yeah, or we go and volunteer to help work the thing. And something to think about, and this is just me, and I hope y'all listen to the words and know this is not a reflection on anybody else in my organization. This is simply just me. A wise man once told me that you can shear a sheep many times, but you can only slaughter it once. You can shear a sheep many times, but you can only slaughter it once. Maybe if you're trying to do something and you need funding to help do it, maybe think about that. Maybe spread out to where you're not asking a business for 1,000. Maybe ask them for 100 or 200. Not, don't pick out 5 people and just slaughter them. Maybe pick out 50 and shear them.
Well, there goes Spirit Radio. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, well, think about it. If you had 5 major players, or if you had 50 dedicated people that were just doing a little, because a little will equal a lot.
Yeah, it will. Yeah.
You can shear a sheep many times, but you can only slaughter it once.
Yeah, that's good, man. And don't, and I said I feel guilty about like calling Kathleen because she always supports. But I told this to somebody else the other day. Where I used to work, they were very strict about not negotiating favorably. And I don't mean that rudely or putting down anybody, but what I mean by that is, no, we can't really split that up too much. It needs to be paid within 2 months. And I tell people all the time, would you like to support this? Yeah, I would, but financially it's going to be tough right now. And I'll say, well, you can split up the payment. Oh, I can? I said, yeah. And you know what I tell them? And maybe I'm a little too lenient, but I don't care because I trust these people and they've always taken care of me. I'll say split it up however you want. If it needs 6 months, do it. If you need 3 months, do it. You just tell me what will work for you. Mm-hmm. And I think if you just trust people, give them the benefit of the doubt, especially here in Huntsville, most of those people are going to work with you. And no one's ever burned me on that by folks that have supported anything that we've done here on this platform or on our broadcast. Not one person has ever burned me doing that. And it's because I know these people and I trust these people. And, I messaged Kathleen the other day and I told her straight up, I said, Kathleen, I would love, because she's always supported this one thing that we do for New Waverly. Mm-hmm. And so I said, Kat, if you, I want to give you first right of refusal because you've always had this. I don't want it to go to anybody else if you want it. And she said, yeah, I'll do it for sure. I said, if you need to split it up, I said, you do what, and it's not much, but I know, but it don't matter if it's not much because to a business, like you said, when they're getting hit from everybody in town, it is a lot. And so I said, if you want to support it, I'd love for you to. I'll be your friend whether you do or not. And if you need to split it up over 3 months, 6 months, whatever you need to do, I don't care. You tell me what works for you. Mm-hmm. And it's just what you do with people. It's not hard. You just work with them. And, of course, you do have to have some boundaries. I mean, you couldn't do a $500 sponsorship and spread it out over like 10 years. That wouldn't work. But it's like, well, maybe. So
residual income.
Yeah. And I know you guys, and I bring all this up, too, because – funerals aren't super cheap anymore. Nothing is super cheap anymore. But give Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home a chance. And don't let finances get in the way of it because they will find a way to work with you. Mm-hmm. They'll find a way to work with you.
And don't be fooled by billboards that advertise low prices. God, that irritates me.
$29.99 cremation, but we left out everything else, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's part of it. But then when you get there, there's so much more.
Hey, you know what we need
like old Billy Mays. But wait, there's more.
No, it's this guy that's he's wearing a train hat, and he's in Houston, our buddy.
I sent you that the other day.
I love it, man. I love it. So he's sitting here looking. Here's the deal, Billy. This guy we're joking around about. If you watch the show, you'll know who it is. It's the Balance of Nature guy. All right. But here he is. He calls one of those billboard funeral homes, right? And he's talking on one of these infomercials. They told me it was $2,999 for a cremation. But now when I look in my wallet, all my money, it's gone.
It's gone.
Anyways, well, hey, man, I think that'll wrap it up. We've had a great show. I know, just chatting here. Hornets play tonight. Brenham, support the Hornets. By the way, Alpha Omega played last night. State runner-ups in TAPS football last year. Boy, they put a whooping on St. Joseph Catholic. It was like 61-6 or something.
Wow.
6-man is cool because if you're up by 48 at halftime, it's over. It's a mercy rule. And so it's 9 o'clock. The game was over. I said, man, I could get used to this.
Yeah, buddy.
I got to hang out with Tyler Fordyce and wanted to empower him to be able to broadcast those games. He wanted to learn and be a part of it. He did a great job for his first time, and he's going to continue to get better. One of the students there, Caleb, joined him on the broadcast as well. And that's always my dream. I always want to get young people involved and teach them. And Tyler, has Pack and Chip here in town, and a great man, great family. And he wanted to do it, and I went with him last night just to kind of show him the ropes the first time because New Waverly plays tonight. So I had a free night last night to go help him.
Mm-hmm.
Those games are going to be on Fridays. I told him, I said, man, I wish they were on Thursdays. I come hang out with y'all every Thursday. But Alpha's off to a good start. It's so much fun this time of the year, but it's got to be bittersweet for you because you ain't got nobody playing football now.
Mm-mm. I get to sit in my little chair back and watch and not have to, yeah.
You got one of those nice seats, those chair backs, with a little buzzy on it?
I think it's just got a number.
You need to get buzzy on there, buddy. No. Go to Advantage Specialties. Get
Melissa. No, it is. I got the stadium.
You got the actual stadium seat back seat.
Reserve seat.
Excuse me. Sorry, big whale over here, mom and pop. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, man, it beats trying to carry your own chair in.
Yeah.
Well, knocking people over.
Hitting them in the head. If you're a parent, can I just say this, please?
Tell your kid to go sit down.
Yeah, tell your kid to sit down and enjoy the football game.
And running on the bleachers. Bam, 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 bam.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Billy. You read my mind. Well, hey, that'll wrap it up. Fun week here. Appreciate everybody joining us. Kyle Kreiner was with us today. Many others as well. Appreciate you, Kyle. Quentin Glaze, Sky over at Deep Clean, Texas. Hey, Monday's a holiday. Did you know that? Is it Labor Day? It is.
It is. We're working that day.
Kids' school's closed, and I bet Bridget will probably get called into work, so that means I'll be on daddy daycare on Monday. They may be up here at the show. If they are, that's cool, man.
Well, your Monday sponsor is probably closed, too.
They're absolutely closed, yeah. But I'll still probably come up and do the show. I don't know. Probably not. Hey, we're going to be closed at church then. The church off. We close on those days, too, man. But I still got to work.
Well, see y'all on Tuesday.
Yeah, see you Tuesday. Well, Billy, anything else, man? It's been fun. I know we got a lot going on, so probably no lunch today, unless you wanted to. But I
brought my lunch from home.
Perfect. Billy Cauthen lunch bunch today at his office.
Yeah, noon.
TV Land will be on.
Yeah. Well.
No,
I'm trying to think of what's on around noon.
News, soap operas.
No, not on that network.
I don't know what comes on.
I start my day off with Andy Griffith, and we move into MASH, and then it's Bonanza, I think, and then
Gunsmoke needs to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, I think that Marshall Dillon, he gets on there and saves Miss Kitty every time. Yeah,
you have it all worked out that way.
It's something to do, and that's like Greg. He would watch the news or whatever nonstop, and it's just I don't want that doom and gloom in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I need to watch the trouble that Barney gets into.
I forgot something, Billy. I didn't forget it on the day that it happened. You weren't watching. But happy belated birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
Happy belated birthday. That was on Wednesday, wasn't it? Rick Kay and I sang you a birthday greeting. You didn't even hear it, did you?
Well,
I should have queued it up and played it today.
I'm 30 years old now.
We queued that up and even came up with an AI instrumental birthday song for you. Yeah, you weren't even watch, man.
Yeah, me and James were out doing some manual labor.
Well, happy belated birthday, partner. Hey, that'll wrap it up. Again, more information about Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home online,
Matlock. Matlock don't come on that channel.
SHMFH.com for more information. Go online, get that pre-planned.
Was you trying to put a W in there?
WE. No, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They do. They help out a lot. Look at the evidence right there in the Walker County Press. You guys own that whole section. And I say you own it. You don't. It's not like you own it, but there's 3 or 4 funerals.
Yeah, get some clarification there.
There's 3 or 4 funerals in here, and you guys have every one of them, man. And that just goes to show you the commitment that y'all have. Look at that. It just goes to show y'all the commitment that y'all have to families.
And unwavering love and care for every family that walks through that door. So,
the last thing here in the community section as we wrap up today's news. Jessica Lynn Martell, public intoxication, carrying weapon prohibited places. That's the news from the news leader.
I sure hope you change that name a little bit.
Woo! Got that one all messed up.
I'll see you in court.
Yeah. See you later. Hey, we love you, Huntsville. Well, that'll wrap it up. We'll be back maybe on Monday, but for sure on Tuesday. As I end every broadcast, reminding you we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. I promise somebody out there needs you. Until next time, good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. Have a beautiful weekend ahead. Thank you, Billy. We'll see you, partner.
See you.
And that's the news.